Oh my god, what a day. And it is only 9:30. So the plan for today was to basically get up with Kobe. I did that. So many things are going off in our group chat at the minute. But I'll fill you in now anyway. So yes, my plan was to wake up today. I had a client 9 till 9:30, and then I had a tutorial at 10:30 till 11, but I needed to finish a little bit early because I've got a call for my dyslexia to see what kind of support I can get. I did originally want this call a bit earlier so that I could potentially get an extension for my case study, which is next week. That's not going to happen, but whatever. If I can get any support for next year, at least I have less stress than this year, and this year is almost over. But so yeah, got ready for my client and she cancelled. I still get paid anyway, and because it's last minute. But yeah, she cancelled, which was a relief in a way. Like, obviously I hope she's okay, and I've got her again on Friday. I have this client 3 times a week, so yes, she did say see you on Friday, so she's hoping to feel better. So yeah, it might just be like a stomach bug or something, but so that gave me an extra like 45 minutes or so, because she only has like a 45-minute session for 3 times a week. But so yeah, I was kind of thinking, okay, this gives me plenty of time to kind of get ready for my tutorial, prepare my checklist. So our checklist, I don't want to show you like anything that I've done, but it's basically all this, like attendance, ability to adhere to placement policy procedures, ability to assess and manage risks, ability to establish, maintain and end a therapeutic relationship. Obviously I've had no ending, so that's stressful in itself. Ability to reflect on therapeutic relationship and work with it, trainees' areas of strength, ability to link the psychotherapeutic and or arts-based theory with practice. So yes, basically there's 3 pages worth. So I was going to kind of like go over that, which I pretty much did a lot yesterday, but I obviously need to type it up and stuff too. So yes, that was what I thought the tutorial was needed to be on. I struggled to book the tutorial yesterday because I was at placement. Everything was so quick paced. So I put in my group, is anybody able to kind of put me down for 10:30? So I'm grateful and thankful to somebody who did put me down for 10:30 and it went through, but I forgot to be specific about it being online because I live not in Derby and my uni's in Derby. So I emailed who I would have a tutorial with and I explained the situation. I said, is it possible for me to do it online? Is it also possible for me to finish 5 minutes early because I have a phone call because I need some support for next year's academic work, because I'm struggling this year, as you know, or you probably know. So and then I also said what I wanted the tutorial for, and I basically said we've been told that we need a tutorial for our checklists and whatnot, so this is what I want this tutorial for. And she replied saying like, yes, you can do it online, yes, you can finish 5 minutes early. And she was like, but you basically need to do it with your supervisor, your competency checklist, and I need to communicate with the person that's my supervisor, but the person that's my supervisor is no longer there. Well, she's no longer there in person, she's working from online, and she's not very well as it is at the minute, and we have somebody now that's taking over our supervision classes, but we've only been with her for 3 weeks, which I mentioned in the video yesterday. So, and I know she's very busy, so I was like, right, okay, so I'm gonna have to email my old supervisor, who is still the current course leader anyway, and ask her for my new supervisor's email to then ask her if I can have an online tutorial to go over this competency checklist with her, even though she still needs to sign it off. So that was confusing me anyway, or if she's going to do it on Monday. And then I also voice noted in my group to say I've cancelled my tutorial session because I've not really done any of my case study, only some reading so far, and that's still not enough. Like, I still need to process it all. And yeah, so the person that I did email for today's tutorial basically says that we just need to get it signed off with our supervisor, and if blah blah is our supervisor, we need to communicate with her a time and whatnot if it's not already been done. So then I put that into our group and kind of just left it as that, and I was like, right, don't plan anything in future because nothing ever goes to plan. And then it kind of throws everything off. Like I feel like I've got a coffee, I need to shake myself off before cracking down with everything, but I've got a phone call anyway soon, so maybe after that I'll shake myself off. So yeah, so I said that into the group, and then somebody else came back saying she emailed our course leader, which was our supervisor anyway, on Monday. She's got back to her today and basically said that she's going to ask our new supervisor if she can just do it each with us on Monday, and she's also going to extend it for 2 weeks. So not the case study isn't extended, but the competency checklist, we've got another 2 weeks after that, I think, to do it. So, but then I just think, why did we have to go through that stress? I mean, we got what we wanted in that term. I would have liked an extension for my case study just because of my dyslexia, but that's not their fault. This is somebody else that has to get in contact with the university. So that's not their fault, but I would have liked that as well. But we did want an extension on this competency checklist just because we don't feel like we've had the support we need. And there's been lots of miscommunication. So yeah, I don't know. So I'm not going to stress too much about the competency checklist. I obviously need to get that done for Monday so she can sign it off, and if there's anything that I need to kind of explain a little bit more or back up a little bit more, then I can. But I'm going to worry about that more on Sunday, which hopefully by then I will have the case study done. I just need to kind of keep reading over it. So all I'm going to do is think about the case study. I mean, I have got a phone call in an hour for my dyslexia, so I'm just going to kind of wash my face. I've not even done that. I was so tired, I struggled to get up this morning. The only reason I got up was because of Kobe, and then because I was like, I do want one coffee before my client, and then she cancelled anyway. But yeah, so I've got loads of online like journals and books that I need to read. I've started an audiobook, like I say, so I'm going to try and finish that today. But I've also got all these books to get through, and obviously I won't be reading them all, but I needed to look into compassion therapy. I don't know whether I needed this book, but it jumped out to me, and a lot of things do come back up from childhood, so I thought it'll be good to glance over. So just overcoming childhood trauma. So I'm going to read that one maybe last, just because I might not end up using that. Dance movement therapy, I have read this before, but it has got some good pieces of information for me to potentially be able to use, and it's theory, research and practice, which is everything that I need to include. Cognitive behavioural therapy with delusions and hallucinations. My client that I am writing on, she has hallucinations, so I probably will start with this one. And then this one, managing intense emotions and overcoming self-destructive habits, so that'll be a good one. And then my online ones are more to do with the brain, trauma to the brain, strokes. My audiobooks are, I think I've got 2 audiobooks, and they're both for strokes. So yeah, because my client had a stroke. So yes, I'm going to crack on with that. I have also got a delivery though, so I don't know whether I'll show that in this video or just do it as a whole separate one after all these videos are done. It's a Shein order. So that's one good thing that's come from today, and hopefully the next good thing that's come from today is good support with my phone call. Yes, I definitely won't get an extension for my case study, but there'll be positive outcomes for next year confirmed today, hopefully, and anything else. So I'm just washing my face now. I know something that I can kind of do. So after I've washed my face and everything, I'm going to make some porridge and have my breakfast. And I'm also going to try and fill out the placement forms that my therapist sent me for the school. because hopefully I can get that sorted and maybe go in before they finish for the academic year, and then get started straight away in September. That would be perfect and up my direct hours for placement. And I'll still stay where I am as well, if everything works to plan. I'm using the Wild Mint Cosmetics 5-step superfood skincare, just like I shown in my video a few weeks ago, using the exact same thing. I still want to buy some eye brightening cream, but I think I might buy that when I repurchase these products, because I won't get them sent to me again. So yes, I will let you know what I think about them as I try that out as well, once I do get my hands on it. It's quite interesting to see how I am very stressed. I did have an ulcer for the past couple of days, but it's still there, but it doesn't hurt, so that's definitely going. I'm not breaking out in spots. I'm just still kind of getting rid of some from my hormonal week. But another way that my body is showing that it's stressed is I'm tired. So that's a very clear indication that I'm stressed, because I'm not overdoing it. I was going to go to the gym this week, get back to doing that because it's open again. But I just need to get this case study done. So yeah, next week I am excited to do things that I put off, and I shouldn't do it, but I'm going to build habits over the summer from next week. I'm going to build habits so that basically come September, it's like when I have my morning coffee, it feels, I miss it if I don't have it. So I'm going to do that. That's my goal for the summer, just to build the habit of an hour at the gym and stretching and doing other things as well, taking it slow, having my sort of times that make me feel a bit more grounded and whatnot. And there might be a load of different things, so it will be just kind of like having fun with it at first, playing around with it. And another indication that I'm stressed, and this might not sound the nicest, I don't know, but when I was young, when I was young, I did have, I always put SPF on, and it's the Bondi Sands Face 50 SPF. That's it. I can't even talk, so how am I going to write a case study? But yeah, even in the winter, I put 50 on. Factor 50, there we go, that's the word. So yeah, when I was younger, I really did have like bad psoriasis in my hair, and I think it was to do with dance competitions, always putting hairspray on, so I try not to put loads of hairspray on, and hair products on, especially to me that are unnecessary. So yeah, so I manage it a lot better now. Like I go through months of not having any psoriasis, but at the minute, especially in this area, my hair is so, my scalp is so dry, and there's clumps of psoriasis. I do have a shampoo over here. I'll show you just in case anybody else gets it. We're all friends over here. So you can just pick this up at the pharmacy. Alfossil, it's 2-in-1 shampoo, medicated shampoo, and it's treatment for psoriasis, dermatitis, eczema, itching scalp. So I just have psoriasis and itchy scalp and dry. So yeah, that's a good purchase from the pharmacy if you do suffer with that. And like I say, I seem to get that more, like with ulcers, and like spots sometimes as well. I just haven't happened to have spots this time, like new spots growing. I had an ulcer, but it's actually going, so it's not stayed for as long as it usually does. Oh, belly's rumbling. But yeah, my scalp is flaring up again, so when I do wash my hair, I'm going to definitely use some of that, because I don't use it in every wash. It's only when I notice a flare up. But yes, I just can't wait now, because once that's handed in next week, yes, okay, we've got that 2-week extension for our tick list, but hopefully my feedback is good on Monday when it gets looked at and signed off, hopefully. But yes, I can't wait to just do the things that I crave and want to do. I also use this Hair Burst eyelash serum because when I wear eyelash extensions, which I wasn't a fan of last time actually, but yeah, it rips out my eyelashes, so I still use this and I do think it's working. And then I also use this Liz Earle for my under eyes, and I definitely need that today because it is kind of like, I don't know if the word's pigmented, like you got a bit of colour in it, but I only put a little bit on. Where was I? So yeah, I can't wait to do some just things that I want to do, things that I need to do but aren't a priority. Like I've got loads of clothes in the back room to either take to charity or sell on Vinted or give to family, but I haven't had time to do that, so I can't wait to be able to do that. And any money that I earn from Vinted, I am going to just invest in some more clothes, because all of my clothes are dated. I've got clothes from that still fit me, but they don't fit, like it wouldn't be the size that I'd buy. Yeah, I've still got clothes that, oh, radio. Yeah, I've still got clothes that I wore years ago, even when I was at my undergraduate degree, which is like 5 years ago now. All right, so I've just finished with my last client and I am now getting ready for my Pilates class, which is definitely needed. This music should be copyright free, so fingers crossed it is, and this whole section can stay onto the video. In terms of my case study work, it's just kind of, I'm not in the greatest place with it, I don't think, because I just struggle with reading. Like I can read, but reading that much information and then writing it and looking for it as well and whatnot, it's just something that I struggle with, and I always end up getting drowsy and feeling tired, and then I did fall to sleep, only for about half an hour, but I still fell asleep and I feel better. I feel like I needed it, but I am kicking myself in the foot a little bit now. I know yesterday, I think it was, that I said that I won't kick myself for having like the afternoon off or whatever, but now I am kicking myself. But I had the phone call as well for my dyslexia, and that's looking positive for next year. I just need to apply for this like disability allowance or something like that, which helps me with software and everything for help next year, and I do get extension dates next year, which is good, and other things as well. So I'll do a separate video on that maybe. Let me know in the comments down below if you want it. But yeah, I just feel like I've done probably 1,000 words, so that's good, but none of them are referenced. It's just my own sort of speaking about it. I will obviously go back and reference when I have references, but I thought that way it will help me to look for specific things to reference, rather than just looking for things that relate but then not using them anyway. So I've written 1,000 words. By tomorrow I want to have written the 4,000 words with, I kind of want to just be done tomorrow, but I'm got to be realistic. As long as I'm halfway with some citations, I'll be happy, but I'd like the majority of it done tomorrow because I've got all day tomorrow to get it done. All I have to do at some point tomorrow is walk Kobe. Other than that, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to be anywhere. So I'm just going to get it done, and I'm not going to fall asleep. So yes, I can do this. I will catch up with you after my Pilates class. I might record some bits for you to follow along with if you feel stressed with me as well. And then after my Pilates class, I will go for a walk with Kobe, and I'll kind of summarise how I'm feeling, because I think that's the majority of what I want to do. I've also washed my hair because my scalp was just getting so itchy. The more I was itching it, the more obviously flakes was coming off into my hair. I know this is disgusting, but I'm just being real. So I needed to wash my hair basically, so it didn't look like I had dandruff. And also I do feel like it's less itchy now, so maybe I needed to wash it, and that also wasn't helping. Whilst talking to my client earlier, the one that I've just had, I am feeling a little bit of a sore throat come on here, but I'm hoping it's just because I need to drink more water, so I'm going to keep drinking more water and hoping for the best. If I do have anything to add, then I will add it when I'm walking Kobe. Basically, I've already spoken about the drama with the whole tutorial and tick list situation for next week, and now somebody else has said that our supervisor has replied to her email giving a little bit of a different answer. So now we're all a little bit all over the place again, but I'm just going to keep to what I've been told now. I've got it in writing, and that's that. So I'm taking it as we have got a 2-week extension, my group anyway, and it's going to be okay. Well, it's just like everyone's saying, like, why can't anybody agree? Like, surely all of the teachers should be on the same page, or the university should be more direct with the teachers so they know. I'm not dissing any teachers, and I'm not dissing the university, but I think the university in itself is very unorganised. So I just wanted to make sure I mentioned that, because I do keep forgetting to say stuff, and it might not be important to you, but it might be important to somebody else who is actually thinking about coming to Derby Uni or doing DMP, even a different university. It's something that they need to consider. So I hope all of this helps someone in any way, but like I say, if not, I will be just watching back anyway at some point and being like, God, you got through that, girl, well done, pat on the back for you and the rest of your classmates. Anyway, let's do some Pilates and de-stress. Good evening, but let me know if there's any specific requests you want today. Let me know if you do have any injuries, and other than that, we are going to get started. So this is a half an hour Pilates class. Imagine you've got a piece of string pulling you up from the crown of your head, drawing your belly button in towards your spine, feet stood in parallel and softened knees. So you really want to try and soften those knees so you're not locking in the joints, but you're still upright within your core, nice and engaged, shoulders retracted and sliding back, spine nice and elongated. We're going to put our hands on our rib cage, and we're going to focus on our breathing. This is going to regulate us, and when we do a little bit of balancing, it should hopefully help. So breathe into your rib cage, and then out, in, out, in, out. One more in. Relax the arms down as you breathe out. Okay, we're going to do a bit of coordination. We're going to do it all flat-footed for now, and then I'll give you the option to raise up onto your toes once we've just worked with the breathing and the arms. So retract the shoulders, roll them down towards the bottom of the back. Carry on feeling nice and long through the spine. As you can probably tell from the previous clip where you can hear me talking, I do like to incorporate visualizations within my Pilates class. I just find it helps me, so I know that it will help others as well. Just simple cues like draw your belly button in towards your spine. If you do a spine roll down, just imagine that your back is a piece of wallpaper on the wall and you're slowly peeling it off, just so that they're really articulating the spine. I did want to include the whole half an hour into today's video, but that would have just been an extra long video, and I don't think anybody would have stayed for the end. So if you would like just a sort of starter or intermediate or advanced Pilates session just uploaded onto YouTube, so it will be a half an hour sort of video, and it will just be that no talking, only talking alongside the actual session, then please do let me know in the comments down below. I did struggle to talk throughout this session anyway because my brain was frazzled. The beginning was okay. It was more when we got to the relaxation phase, which is, I did take this bit out of the video just because it was going to be too long. But once you see me stop doing this Pilates section, it ends on a laying down, and we just do a bit of relaxation and stretching phase, mainly for the hips today, but it changes every week depending on what the Parkers would like, which are the class takers, and what I feel like I need to. So it's a win-win situation. But yes, let me know in the comments down below if you would like just a little bit of a taster on YouTube of what my Pilates classes are. I will link these Our Parks classes down below as well, just because they are free. I have a HIIT session on a Saturday morning as well, so definitely check the website out. There's a few more online coaches with them as well, so try some of the sessions out. You've got nothing to lose because, like I say, they are free. Okay, so I'm going to close off the video here. I hope you enjoyed. As you could see in that Pilates class, it was very much needed. All of the Parkers enjoyed it, and I felt I needed it. I don't religiously wear my watch for anything other than being able to tell the time. But at the minute, I'm making a conscious effort to, just to make me feel better about not working out how I want to work out, because I haven't gone back to the gym today. So it makes me feel better if I know that I've got my step count in, or a little bit more than I usually would. So that's a tip there for you if you are going through the same sort of thing, and you want to kind of still make sure you're somehow reaching or working towards your fitness and health goals. Then counting your steps, obviously making sure you're drinking enough water, eating the right nutrient dense food for you, controlling what you can control, without overdoing it and becoming stressed. I think if I did go to the gym this week, I would be stressed, but I'm going to do an all day sort of power through tomorrow, obviously Friday, Saturday and Sunday as well, but tomorrow I want to get the nitty-gritty bits done that I find draining and tiring me, like reading, etc. But yes, if you liked this video, then please do give it a thumbs up. Let me know as well. There will be a few more coming because we're only on we're only on Wednesday. But I'll probably do in the next 2 or 3 days in one, because there won't be loads of talking, hopefully, because there'll be minimal stress compared to the last few confusing days, etc. I am being bitten alive, and it's not by Kobe. Subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any other video requests. Lots more fun ones coming after these, I promise, and I'll try and make sure they're shorter too. So any requests, pop them down below, subscribe and join the family. And other than that, I will see you for the next video.